Red Velvet has cemented themselves as one of the most creative and iconic South Korean girl groups ever created. In an era of K-pop where girl groups were either cute or sexy, Red Velvet decided to be both. With their creative concepts and spectacular discography, it's no wonder that Billboard called Red Velvet the best idol group alive. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be going through Red Velvet's entire discography. Red Velvet debuted on August 1st, 2014 with the single Happiness. Initially, Red Velvet had 4 members, Irene, Sogi, Wendy, and Joy, but for the promotions of their first mini-album Ice Cream Cake and onwards, Yeri, the 5th and final member, joined the group. The genres of music Red Velvet creates reflects their name, the red side being mostly upbeat pop music, while their velvet side is more R&B. Their recent titles have been labeled as both red and velvet, meaning that they are upbeat, fun, and bright, while also conveying sensuality and mood. Before we get into Red Velvet, I wanted to give you a little debrief on the members. The first member is Irene. Her birth name is Bae-ju-yeon. Her birthday is March 29th, 1991. Her designated color is pink, and her positions in the group are leader, main rapper, lead dancer, vocalist, visual, and center. The second member of the group is Sogi. Her birth name is Kang Soo-gi. Her birthday is February 10th, 1994. Her designated color is yellow, and her positions in the group are main dancer and lead vocalist. The third member of the group is Wendy. Her birth name is Song Seung-hwan. Her birthday is February 21st, 1994. Her designated color is blue. A little fun fact, Wendy lived in Canada and America from the ages of 12 to 18, so she is the designated English speaker in the group. And Wendy's position in the group is the main vocalist. The fourth member is Joy. Her birth name is Park Soo-young. Her birthday is September 3rd, 1996. Her designated color is green, and her positions in the group are vocalist and lead rapper. The fifth and final member is Yeri. Her birth name is Kim Yerim. Her birthday is March 5th, 1999. Her designated color is purple, and her positions in the group are vocalist, rapper, and maknae. Before we get into the video, I wanted to give a brief disclaimer. Number 1, there will be no soundtracks, no remixes, no trolls in my look at Red Velvet's discography, mostly because I love Red Velvet too much to include these. And number 2, when I talk about the track lists, I only include new songs because there are some repackages, some compilations, and some Japanese versions, and I feel that it would be redundant to talk about the same song twice. 2014, the debut era. On August 1st, 2014, Red Velvet released their debut single, Happiness. The overall concept for Happiness can be described as Old English wallpaper with a hint of Tumblr flair and no budget. The wigs were camp, the white wall was not. I feel like Red Velvet could have gotten a better debut, but then I remember that this was 2014, so maybe this was on brand? Happiness is iconic, mostly because it was the debut of one of the best girl groups ever, and has some standout moments like Wendy's Shine on Me part, but overall I'd give the song like a 7 out of 10. Be Natural cleared and probably should have been the debut, but then I think about how Velvet songs perform in South Korea, and I sigh and die inside a little. 2 months later, on October 13th, 2014, Red Velvet released their second single, Be Natural. The concept for Be Natural was simple business casual, like SM had these girls in button-up blouses and suits, and that was it. Happiness was cute, but this is when I knew it was serious, and Red Velvet was going to be one of the best K-pop groups of all time. Also, a little fun fact, my cousin Taeyong from NCT was featured on this song, and I love him like I love TY Track, Stream 404 File Not Found. 2015, the Red Era. On March 18th, 2015, Red Velvet came back with their first mini-album, Ice Cream Cake, with double title tracks Ice Cream Cake and Automatic. As mentioned earlier, this is the album where Yeri is introduced as the final member of Red Velvet, and the way they do it is so cute. They're in California filming the Ice Cream Cake music video, and they have this clip where they introduce Yeri and have her run down a little hill to join the rest of the girls, and it's really charming. There are 2 main concepts for the Ice Cream Cake era. The first is the ice cream cake concept. obviously, which can be summed up as hot girls in the desert, specifically the Southern California desert. There's this aura of mystery and elusiveness in these photos that entrances me. I can't explain it in words, you just have to look. The second concept is the automatic concept, which is dreamlike with a retro flair. This concept is a lot more classy than the ice cream cake concept, which has that South Cali vibe. The girls here are wearing lace and blouses, and this concept is a little more innocent feeling than ice cream cake in my opinion. Ice cream cake can be described as a song that is childlike with a mature edge. The song is pretty good, but nothing special for Red Velvet. The gimme that ice cream part at the end is addictive though. Automatic is just so much better than ice cream cake on every level. Why was it not more popular in South Korea? This song is just exhibit B out of Z, proving the fact that R&B Velvet is best Velvet. Something Kinda Crazy is just a really good R&B song, 9 out of 10. Stupid Cupid is a fun and upbeat, but still a bit Velvet in my opinion, as the best Red tracks are. It's not one of my favorites, but I am not an active hater. Apparently Take It Slow is a Red track, and I'm not buying it. This is a Velvet track through and through. This song is one of my favorites off of this album. I love it so much. When they go, my body ascends a bit. Candy was one of my favorite songs off this album when I was 14, and it still is one of my favorite tracks to this day. It's just peaceful and happy, and the build up to that chorus is magical, and the addition of the ad-libs in the final chorus makes this song heavenly. Overall, Ice Cream Cake is a very solid mini album. Like, it's surprisingly very good, especially for a group's first mini album. I liked all the songs on the track list, and this is definitely in the running for the best Red Velvet mini album. On September 19th, 2015, Red Velvet came back with their first full album, The Red, with the title Dum Dum. There are 3 main concepts for Dum Dum, as seen in the music video. The first is the Goofy Kids concept, the second is the Worker Dolls concept, and the third is the operators of the facility, aka the working woman concept. The worker doll concept is still one of the best things Red Velvet and the K-pop industry as a whole has ever done. It's so camp. The colors of the accessories matching the representative colors is just a chef's kiss on top of a perfectly executed concept. The Goofy Kids concept is cute too. I really like the hairstyling. It's unique and different. Overall, Joy really stole the show for me this comeback. Like, she looked so good. Wendy does get an honorable mention for eating that Goofy Kid concept up. Like, Wendy fits younger concepts so well. Where all my stupid bitches at? Dum Dum is upbeat and energetic with an addicting hook and pre-chorus. However, it is not Red Velvet's best title track or even in the top 3, Let's Be Serious. Huff and Puff is a lot. It's not one of my faves, but I'm not actively a hater either. I see what we were trying to do, but I feel like we fall a bit flat, which is the same way I feel about Campfire. Red dress, red dress, red dress. That beat switch on the chorus is lethal. The verses are also super energetic and make me want to get up, if you will. Oh Boy and Ladies Room are both very good, and I have no notes. Time Slip is top tier. Like that chorus? I love Don't You Wait No More. Sorry. Yes, it's obnoxious, but I don't know. Uncle Dem Joints kinda ate with this one. 14-year-old me was obsessed with Day One, and I get why. This song is light, fun, and upbeat. The perfect example of a song where every element is executed to perfection. I wouldn't change a thing. Cool World is very Disney Channel soundtrack, but in a good way. The song incites nostalgia in me for some reason. Like, when they go Cool World, I feel something. Overall, The Red is the K-pop album blueprint. It's probably Red Velvet's best album in terms of pure hits, but there are some flops in there too. Gotta keep it consistent, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. On December 18th, 2015, Red Velvet released Wish Tree, their 3rd single. Wish Tree is a cute winter song. Oh, beautiful Christmas. Don't make that face. This song is genuinely really good. It scratches that Christmas ballad itch I have. 2016, The Velvet Era. On March 17th, 2016, Red Velvet released their 2nd mini album, The Velvet, with the title track One of These Nights. The concept for the Velvet is pastel vintage, and those two words basically sum up the entire photo set. Like, that's it. One of These Nights is one of Red Velvet's best titles ever, Argue with the Wall. Like, God was in the room with them when they made this. I know it because I was there. There's no convincing, you just have to listen to it for yourself. And if you don't like it, keep that to yourself. Cool Hot Sweet Love is cute, but I am not a Cool Hot Sweet Love truther. Like, it's nice every once in a while, but that's it. Oh boy, come and light me up. Those final 30 seconds of Light Me Up put it on the top Red Velvet songs list. Like, that's magic, baby. First time was cute and whatever until that bridge into the final chorus when it got very serious very fast. Lee Soo-man did one thing right, and that was to release Rose Scent Breeze so that Red Velvet could cover it and make it their best song ever. I said what I said. The emotion, the talent, the new girls could never do it like this. Overall, The Velvet is love of my life. It is the blueprint in my eyes. Every song is so good, and it is criminally underrated by everybody. Like, I understand a lot of people don't like ballads, but this is the ballad blueprint. On September 7th, 2016, Red Velvet came back with their third mini-album, Russian Roulette, with the title track of the same name. The overall concept for Russian Roulette I have coined as saturated vintage. In my opinion, the concept for this album is a reflection of their previous mini-album, The Velvet. Instead of The Velvet's frilly dresses with a pastel backdrop and minimal styling, Russian Roulette goes for frilly dresses with vibrant hair and backgrounds. The title track Russian Roulette is an upbeat, fun, and energetic song with a bit of a retro flair. The chorus for this song is very catchy and makes you want to get up and do the viral dance. Does anyone remember when this dance went viral on TikTok like 5 million years ago, or is it just me? Lucky Girl continues with the retro theming of this album, even more so than Russian Roulette. The doo-wops really sell the theme for me, and the little sound effects to connect the chorus and pre-chorus / verses are really charming. Bad Dracula, in my opinion, is the better version of Lucky Girl. While Lucky Girl laid the retro vibes on a bit too thick for me, Bad Dracula gets them perfect, being a mix of modern and retro in a way that still feels fresh almost 8 years after release. My favorite part of the song is when the instrumental stops during the repeat of the chorus. Something about that part just ignites something in me. Sunny Afternoon is probably my favorite song off this album and one of my overall favorite Red Velvet B-sides. Continuing the retro theming, Sunny Afternoon is perfect in every way and conveys the relaxing energy of a cool summer's day. Fool is just not very good. It's a bad attempt at a slower song that tries to maintain the same upbeat and retro energy as the other tracks. I don't like the guitar, I don't like the chorus, and I generally just don't like the song much at all. Some Love has a bad case of doing too much syndrome. There's a lot going on at all times in this song, and for the most part it works, but sometimes it doesn't. To be honest, almost every time Red Velvet tries to do tropical house songs, I don't like them. My Dear is the perfect closer for Russian Roulette. It takes the retro theming and upbeat tempo that have been a through line for the album and manages to achieve Fool's goal of being a slower, mid-tempo song that perfectly fits in. My Dear is such a sweet song, and when they sing My Dear, My Love, My Best, I can't help but smile. Overall, as you could probably tell, Russian Roulette is a very cohesive mini-album. It is probably Red Velvet's most cohesive work to date. I have this theory that Red Velvet pulls off retro very well, and that theory mostly comes from this album, and another one that we'll see much later. While there were some flops, overall Russian Roulette is still a pretty good effort from Red Velvet. 2017, the Gotta Make That Money Make Purse era. On February 1st, 2017, Red Velvet released their fourth mini-album Rookie with a title track of the same name. The concept for Rookie is childish, like a younger version of Dum Dum. To be honest, the concept photos for this album are so mid, like we couldn't have given them something to make it more interesting. All they do is stand in front of blank, colorful walls. The only saving grace for this concept is the fact that all the members have their own covers. Other than that, though, the face cards are carrying. Is Rookie obnoxious and childish? Yes. Do I love it? Yes, Rookie is like a shot of espresso. It's so fun and whimsical that it implicitly gives me an energy boost. Rookie, Rookie, a super rookie, 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 Mechi, Mechi should be in a museum somewhere. It's such an addicting chorus. Little Little is brilliant. It's peaceful and light while having a bit of that yearning spirit for us yearners out there. Like in the chorus when they go, give a little more love, give a little more time. I levitate a little. Sorry for the bad joke. Happily Ever After is like taking a sugar pill in the sense that this song feels like it's bouncing off the walls. Happily Ever After has that quirky red style that really only Red Velvet can pull off. That lady from TikTok finally made a good song with Talk to Me. If you know, you know. To be honest, this is the most standard Red Velvet B-side on this album, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. It's cute, I would just never choose it first on this album. Body Talk is just good, I have no notes. Wendy, my good sister, did amazing on Last Love. I still stream this song like it's my job. Obviously, I am the resident ballad lover. Like the emotions, the singing, a lot of people couldn't do what was done here. Overall, when I first listened, I was surprised with how solid Rookie is. It definitely is a top tier Red Velvet mini. All of the songs range from good to excellent. On March 31st, 2017, Red Velvet released Would You, their fourth single. Would You is probably my favorite of the SM Station songs. It's simple and effective, like we're not doing too much here. On January 10th, 2017, Red Velvet released their Red Summer, their fifth mini / first special summer album with the title track Red Flavor. The concept for the Red Summer is obviously a refreshing summer one. This concept is probably one of their best up to this point. I love the telemarketer photos, and the summer vibe conveyed is immaculate. The Red Summer has probably Red Velvet's best summer concept photos to this day because they're actually creative and not just gingham. Red Flavor is one of Red Velvet's summer anthems for a reason. From that first ba-ba-ba-gama to the last, the song makes you want to get up and bust a move. Also, the music video is just so camp, and Red Flavor also, if you know your lore, is part of the Twice Pink Velvet mashup. Like, this song is iconic. You Better Know is Red Velvet's club banger. Like, I know for a fact the club would go off when the beat drops on this song. Speaking of that beat drop, it is that serious. Like, this song fits that video of the guy dancing on the pier so well. You better know. The You Better Know part at the end of the second chorus is also so addicting. I have a pet peeve of K-pop songs having the members mimicking animal noises. Yes, this is targeted at cat and dog, and unfortunately Zoo has my sister Sulgi making bird noises, and yeah, I hate it. Mojito is fine. It's not a standout, but it's definitely not the worst song on this album either. I like when they go, oh, Mojito. But that's the only part of the song I have strong feelings for. After a bunch of party music, we needed a wind down song, and Here the Sea is excellent. It reminds me of Hello Sunset, but for summer instead of fall. If you see my vision, I know for people who are watching this video with no previous Red Velvet experience, you might be like, what is Hello Sunset? But we will get there, trust. Overall, the Red Summer is not one of Red Velvet's best albums in my opinion, but it definitely has some hidden gems. On August 18th, 2017, Red Velvet released their fifth single, Rebirth. Rebirth is actually, like, wonderful. I love how goofy the beat is and how they still managed to make a cute, light song out of it. The rap was unnecessary, unfortunately, but it wasn't too bad to dampen my love of the song. On November 17, 2017, Red Velvet released their second full album, Perfect Velvet, with the title track, Peekaboo. The concept photos for Perfect Velvet are some of the best at this point. Like, you can feel the full album budget. The photos can be described as Chill Kill's older sister, but Chill Kill still outsold. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, we will get to her. The overall vibe in these photos can be described as creepy. A lot of the photos have this vibe of being out of place or weird. Like, why are these women in crowns and all red outfits in the middle of California? Peekaboo is one of those songs that when you listen to it, you're like, this is really good, but you forget about it the moment you stop listening to it. For example, Stray Kids' Thunderous. Look is a disco-style dance song according to Wikipedia, and I really like it. It's unique in Red Velvet's discography, and I personally wish they would go back to this sound again because it's not very common in K-pop, and I think Red Velvet executes it very well. I like I Just. It's not top tier, but it's still pretty good. Kingdom Come is top tier and proof that R&B Velvet is peak because this song, no bullshit, no raps, just pure fan love. Kingdom Come clears some K-pop groups' entire discographies, it's that good. There is nothing I can say about this song, you just have to go listen. I'm a My Second Date hater. It veers too much into kiddie territory for me to actively like it. This is the childish concept I can't stand because it's not catchy like Rookie, and it's too slow tempo to be upbeat and danceable like I Tai Tai, so it's in this weird middle ground. I used to hate Attaboy, but now I just slightly dislike it. It's not great, but I see what we were trying to do. Perfect 10 is Kingdom Come's sister in that they are both proof that Red Velvet, when given a good R&B song, can slay the house kitty kitty purr boots down. Does anybody get that reference? 10 out of 10. About Love is good. It's kinda just an average Red Velvet B-side though, which just goes to show the high quality of their discography. Moonlight Melody is giving the Velvet, which is the highest praise I can give a ballad. I very much enjoy it. Overall, this is the full album. It's one of the blueprints on what a K-pop album should be. It's very solid and produced two of Red Velvet's best songs ever. 2018, the peak era. On January 29th, 2018, Red Velvet released The Perfect Red Velvet, their second album repackage, with the title track Bad Boy. All of the concepts for this album can be summed up in two words: bad girl. Like, even though the sets are clearly low budget, free my girls Red Velvet from a white wall, the styling is so good, the makeup is so good, and the hair is so good that, despite everything else, the photos look good. Bad Boy is Red Velvet's best title track for a reason. Like, she is iconic. Bad Boy is also evidence A for why Red Velvet needs to do another full Velvet comeback soon. No more of this Red Velvet stuff. All Right feels just like a night out with my girls. It's a very upbeat and fun song, and the rap is actually good this time, which is a rarity in the Red Velvet discography. Sorry, girls. The chorus of Time to Love is god tier, and this is one of the only times the SM court mandated end of EP ballad was actually really good and felt like it fit the album. But for some reason, this song gives me Christmas vibes. Overall, the repackage was very good, and when added to Perfect Velvet, I can see why people say that that is Red Velvet's best album because, well, you see the material. On July 4th, 2018, Red Velvet released Hashtag Cookie Jar, their sixth mini-album overall and first Japanese album with the title track of the same name. The thing about Japanese K-pop comebacks is that they get a negative budget, so the girls really got two outfits for these photos. Both outfits have a retro 60s style look, with one being pastel and the other being galaxy themed. I liked the outfits, but it was clear that the album budget was severely downgraded compared to the Korean releases. Hashtag Cookie Jar is cute! It's not a standout, but every time it comes on, I jam out to it. I Tai Tai is one of Red Velvet's best songs ever. There, I said it, which makes it true. The song imbues me with so much joy that I can't help but get up and dance around. However, please ignore the rap. They can't all be winners. I fell asleep during 'Cause It's You. It's so boring. On August 6, 2018, Red Velvet came back with Summer Magic, their seventh mini and second summer album, with the title track Power Up. There are three main concepts they shot for Summer Magic. The first is the summer gingham looks, the second is the Girl Scout looks, and the third is the random pink and yellow outfits. While I like the pink and yellow outfits, they don't really compare to the gingham and Girl Scout looks, which just convey the summer theme so much better. The fact that Power Up is Red Velvet's biggest domestic hit is crazy. I will never understand the South Korean GP. The song is cute, but it's not one of my personal favorites. Replace Power Up's success with Cosmic and I will be happy, thank you! With You is the only song on this album that manages to sound tropical without sounding bad, in my opinion of course. I'm a Mr. E hater. I hate the chorus of this song. It's just the chorus could elevate a song that has a strong verse, but instead it drags the song down to flop town for me. But I don't know, when they go, I feel something. It's not top tier, but it's like a 7.5 out of 10. Hit the Drum is the same as Mosquito. It's not amazing, but I still enjoy it for what it is. Blue Lemonade is the perfect summer song, fun and refreshing. The 14-year-old me was real for loving this song because it slaps so hard. A highlight of Red Velvet's discography and this mini album. Who That is diabolical, but the rest of Bad Boy English version kinda slaps. I don't know, Red Velvet's English versions always hit to me. Overall, me and Summer Magic are beefing. Like, why did we attempt that? I feel like this album proves that Red Velvet doesn't work well with upbeat summer songs that don't have at least a bit of Velvet in them, because what is going on during half this album? Remember what I said earlier about Power Up being Red Velvet's biggest domestic hit? Actually, Power Up topped all of South Korea's music charts upon its release, achieving a perfect all-kill, becoming Red Velvet's only song to do so. A perfect all-kill is really hard to achieve, and most groups never do. So the fact that Red Velvet achieved it with boring Power Up? Excuse me, I'm about to go have a Joker moment. On November 30th, 2018, Red Velvet came back with their 8th mini album RBB with the title track Really Bad Boy. The concept for Really Bad Boy was Halloween Hollywood. The reason I know this is because there is literally a sign that says Hollywood in the background. My favorite outfits from this concept are the super bright Chanel-inspired glitzy outfits and the outfits from the music video. The photos overall are pretty good, just some of them love the fake flashing lights overlay. I don't know if it's fake, but it's distracting sometimes from the overall image. RBB is so fun and doesn't take itself too seriously. I can't help but smile when they go, should have been a mega hit, Red Velvet, I'm Sorry I'm Not Your Mother. The bridge also chewed so bad, like they ate. The hold butterflies had on me when I was 14 cannot be understated. It's just so ethereal and perfect. It's just one of Red Velvet's most underrated B-sides in my opinion, because why is no one talking about this song? So Good is perfection. I need this song injected in my veins immediately. If I was trying to get someone into Red Velvet, I'd show them this song because it's so excellent, there's no way they wouldn't want more. Both Sassy Me and Taste have grown on me, but I can't say that they are my favorites or that I consistently enjoy listening to them. Sassy Me has a wonderful first verse, but I can't stand the chorus, and Taste has the exact same problem, but with an additionally bad rap. The RBB English version is pretty good actually. The part where they go, is peak lyricism. This should have been it. I hate you, SM Entertainment. However, I respect the commitment to Red Velvet's artistic identity. Overall, this album is pretty solid. It is not their best mini album. We will be seeing her later, but I think it ranks somewhere in the middle for Red Velvet. It was good, but it wasn't amazing. 2019, the Revi era. On May 29th, 2019, Red Velvet released Sappy, their 9th mini and 2nd Japanese mini album with the title track of the same name. I'm gonna be honest, The budget for this mini album is so non-existent, I couldn't even tell you what the concept is. The modern outfit photos are so bland and boring from every angle, but I like the photos where they have the headscarves. It's very housewife core. Sappy is such a good song. I love the retro vibes mixed with the goofy instrumental. It makes for such an interesting song to listen to. Sappy is a perfect example of a Red track I really love and enjoy. Something upbeat and fun that doesn't take itself too seriously or become annoying. I go back and forth with Swimming Pool, but I think I like it. I don't know, come back to me tomorrow and I might hate it again. Sayonara is just a very solid ballad. I like it a lot. 8.5 out of 10. Overall, the Sappy album exists. It's an above average Japanese single album, and that's all I really have to say about it. On June 19th, 2019, Red Velvet released their 10th mini album, The Revue Festival Day 1, with the title Zimzalabim. I feel like before I even get into concepts, I have to mention Joy's hair. SM Entertainment had this thing where they had every group pre-aespa in these horrid cultural appropriation hairstyles, and to be honest, it never looks good. Like, free my girl Joy from this company, please. The theme for the Zimzalabim photos was basically quote-unquote ugly, and this era is referred to as some of the ugliest styling in all of K-pop. So would you believe me when I say I kinda like it? Like, the photos with the spiky glasses are so camp. Hey girls, you ready? The chorus of Zimzalabim is obnoxious, but the bridge kinda makes up for it, so I guess it evens out. I don't know, I'm kinda into it. This song could not be released today though. These new Revelovs would lose their minds. Sunny Side Up is one of those songs you kinda forgot about, but when you re-listen you realize that it's kind of god tier, excellent, super good. Why does nobody talk about this song? Milkshake is kinda mid. Nothing stands out as really good, but nothing stands out as really bad either. I like Bing Bing. It has good energy and it's kind of funky, instrumental-wise, which makes it feel unique in Red Velvet's discography without being too bad. I'm not a fan of Parade. I feel the chorus kinda kills any hype I had for the song. Like most Red songs, it's not bad, just not my taste. LP is simultaneously chill and upbeat. The chorus is really good, quirky and fun, and the rest of the song is pretty good too. All in all, a perfect closer for the album. Overall, I mean, we tried with Day 1. I feel like, again, Red Velvet does red style tracks best when it's red with a bit of velvet rather than purely red for the most part, and this album is my main evidence for that claim. On August 20th, 2019, Red Velvet released their 11th mini album, The Revue Festival Day 2, with the title track Oompa Oompa. There are two main concepts for this era. The first one is a picnic theme where they wear these cute gingham outfits, check the gingham and how it matches their representative colors, and the second concept can be summarized as pink cowgirls in the desert. I do think both of these are pretty solid, like they aren't standouts, but I do like them both. However, I prefer the gingham outfits. The photos just have such a fresh energy. Oompa Oompa is the Red Velvet summer song. It does everything a summer song is supposed to, be upbeat and fun, and make you want to get up and dance. Better than any other Red Velvet summer song in my opinion. Carpool is literally Oompa Oompa in a different font. It elicits the same feelings in me as Oompa Oompa, and I understand why it became a fan favorite. Love is the Way is extremely inspired by older retro songs. I can't pinpoint a time frame because I have no music history skills, but I feel like the overall package of a song is a bit disjointed. Jumpin' is a song I sort of like and sort of dislike it, and the main reason is the chorus. The chorus sort of comes out of nowhere and is a bit awkward in the song, but I still kinda like it, especially when they go, jumpin', jumpin'. I love Ladies' Night so much. I don't have much to say, it's just very enjoyable to listen to. Eyes Locked, Hands Locked, for a mandatory end-of-album ballad, is actually very good and is probably one of Red Velvet's best of the genre. 10 out of 10 from me. Overall, this mini album is pretty good and, dare I say it, underrated. Of course, songs like Love is the Way and Jumpin' won't be for everyone, but overall, the album is pretty good and worth a listen. On December 23rd, 2019, Red Velvet released the Revi Festival finale, their first compilation album with the title track Psycho. There are two main concepts for this album. Number one is Red Velvet in the forest channeling evil Victorian vibes, and number two is Red Velvet on a white wall with a pink projector. The projector photos aren't bad, they just aren't that great. However, Yeri, Irene, and Joy ate the photos up, like they elevated the flop material to make it CUNTY. The evil Victorian photos are still in Red Velvet's top 5 concepts to this day. These photos are iconic. The night photos are better than the day photos. In the night photos, they're given spooky ghosts, but in the day photos, they're a bit too bright. If the day photos were taken at like sunset, they would have been way better, or in black and white. However, they are still very good. Psycho is the blueprint and exhibit B as to why Red Velvet needs to come back with a full Velvet track ASAP. This was their last one, and it has literally been almost 5 years. However, I do think this song is a little overrated. Oh. In and Out marks the point where Red Velvet started to unleash their inner siren every album, and they delivered. The refrain is probably the reason why I love this song so much. When I heard that siren on the final refrain, I knew we had a winner. Remember Forever is a ballad, but if anyone is going to slay a ballad, it's going to be Red Velvet. The way it's styled Remember Forever with the Revi being highlighted is so cute. Remember Forever is one of the few times I've liked a fan song, like a song dedicated directly to the fans. Most of the time I find them cheesy. La Ruse is one of Red Velvet's best songs ever. I said what I said. You won't get it at first, but that third time, it's going to change your life. The Lady Marmalade cabaret vibes are strong, and the final chorus needs to be put in a museum. It's so good. There are no words I can say to aptly describe the feelings of listening to that final chorus on that third listen. It's just... Overall, this album should be the blueprint for these new girls. I feel like we need more Red Velvet sons in K-pop, but unfortunately, nobody will be able to compete where they can't compare. Not you though, NMIX, I love you. 2020, the hiatus era. On July 6, 2020, Irene and Seulgi debuted with their first mini-album Monster with the title track of the same name. There are 3 main concepts for Monster corresponding to the 3 versions of the album. The first is the bass note version, which has twin big hats and homoerotic energy. The second is the middle note version, which is my favorite. It has 1 red room and 1 yellow room with the girls in black outfits inside of them. It's very much a natural contrast, which interests me. The third and final version is the top note version, which is wet with great color grading. I love the spooky route for Monster Irene and Seulgi went on. I think they suit this more adult sound, and they both work really well together as a duo. Diamond is kind of the best part of the Velvet side of Red Velvet, while still being more mature than a typical Red Velvet song. Like, the harmonies on this, I love Feel Good. Like, in my personal opinion, I think that Irene and Seulgi very much give the female versions of Taemin to me. Like, they all have that inherent sexiness / mature quality to their music that I really like. Jelly is solid, 9 out of 10. Yawn. Sorry Seulgi, Uncover just isn't anything super special. Naughty is such a good song. And the choreo? This choreography was my intro into tutting, and now I have grown such a love for watching it. I am not a dancer. I've never claimed to be a dancer. Overall, this mini album is very good, and I'm upset all the people who called it H&M music. Like, you will begin to cough in 5 days. On August 21st, 2021, Red Velvet released their 6th single, Milky Way. Milky Way is pretty solid. It's just a great song. I have really no comments to make on it. 2021, the comeback / solo era. On April 5th, 2021, Wendy debuted with her first mini-album, Like Water, with the title track of the same name, making Wendy the first member to have a solo debut. There are a lot of different concept photos for Wendy's album, so I'm just going to tell you my favorites, which are the blue dress photos and the white dress photos. Both photo sets are so ethereal and take my breath away just because of their shot composition and color grading. Like, there's nothing very special about these photos on paper, but I just think that they are so pretty to look at. When This Rain Stops is a very good opener for this album, and I liked it a lot. 9 out of 10. Like Water is peak. Unfortunately for you ballad haters, as a ballad lover, Wendy delivered in every way possible with this song. At the end of the song, when she belts Always Like Water, and after there's like 5 seconds of silence, that's a transcendent moment, and I can't explain it to you. You're just going to have to listen to it. Why Can't You Love Me is just good, and I have nothing really to say about it. The Road is my favorite B-side off of the album. It is 100% in Korean, which I unfortunately do not know very well, but Wendy still manages to deliver with her vocals and emotional performance. Best Friend is the same as Why Can't You Love Me? I like it, but again, I'm at a loss for words. I have nothing really to say about it. Overall, this mini album was so good. I went into the album thinking it was going to be bad because Revelovs hate it, but I don't care about the haters. I had such a good time. I am a ballad lover though, so this should not shock you. Like, for example, I ate my NCT Bias Doyoung's album up. Stream from Little Wave. Like, I am the target demographic for this kind of genre. On May 31st, 2021, Joy made her solo debut with Hello, her first mini/special album with the title track of the same name. Like for Wendy's solo album, Joy's album has a lot of mini concepts inside of it, so I'll just be listing off my 3 favorites. First, we have the Y2K concept, like Joy is the blueprint for the Y2K renaissance in K-pop, and she looks so good. The second concept I really like are these picnic concept photos. I just think the set is so gorgeous with all of the flowers. I'm easy to please. Just put a bunch of flowers around and I'll like it. The final concept and my favorite concept is this girlfriend concept. I'm a big fan of boyfriend-girlfriend concepts in K-pop. See, for reference, Kai's Peaches album. So of course I was going to love it. Hello is happiness in a bottle. From the first second to the last, I am grinning ear to ear because this song is so eager and energizing. For the rest of the B-sides, which for your information are Je t'aime, Day by Day, If Only, and Happy Birthday to You, I can only describe them as pleasant. I like them and they are a good time, but I really have nothing to say about them. I think overall, Joy's mini album is just very pleasant and it doesn't overstay its welcome. I really like it, but it doesn't stand out in comparison to other solo mini albums. But to be fair, it's not really one. It's a special album. And where's the real Joy First mini album, SM Entertainment? On August 16th, 2021, after 1.5 years, Red Velvet came back with Queendom, their 12th mini album with the title track of the same name. For the concepts, there are 3 versions to match the 3 album versions. The first version is the girls' version, which is a pink Y2K inspired concept that gives girly fun sleepover energy and is also my personal favorite concept. The second version is the Queen's version A. I don't know why it's named like this, which I describe as a predecessor for aespa's drama giant version, but slightly worse. The backgrounds are nice, but the city is pretty sparse. The third and final version is Queen version's B, which is the most random outdoor shoot to ever exist. Like, what does this have to do with the album, and why? Is it the album cover? It should have been the girls' version or version A or literally just anything else. Queendom just makes you want to get up and bust a motherfucking move. It was the perfect comeback single, highlighting everything that makes Red Velvet Red Velvet. On every album, Red Velvet has to prove that they can be fun and sexy at the same time, and on Queendom, that song is Pose. Knock on Wood and Better Be are both solid 9 out of 10s to me, but I just don't have much to say about them. Kenzie strikes again with Pushin' and Pullin', like this is top tier. The chorus? Chef's kiss. The final chorus? This song is so peak in every way imaginable. Hello Sunset is the most peaceful, self-fulfilling song ever created. It feels like a warm autumn breeze, and in every way, this song feels like a motherfucking sunset. OMG, like the title. Overall, Queendom is really good. Probably their best mini album to date, in my opinion. Every song to me is an 8 out of 10 or higher. 2022, the We're So Back era. On March 21st, 2022, Red Velvet released the Reevi Festival 2022 Feel My Rhythm, their 13th mini album, with the title track Feel My Rhythm. For Feel My Rhythm, there are basically two main concepts that fit the photo version: Calmato, which is the big poofy pink dresses in the garden, and Capriccioso, which are the ballet dancer photos. Both concept photos are so good and well thought out, it truly feels like they got a budget increase after Queendom did well. There are also these random photos of them in outfits that they wore in the music video, but I like them, so they pass. Mostly because I'm a big fan of Periwinkle Blue. Feel My Rhythm is pleasant, like I don't have much to say about it other than that it is a good song and I enjoy listening to it. Beg For Me is so sexy and fun, like this is a song to shake your ass to. That chorus always gets me up. Bamboleo made me realize that city pop is the best genre ever. This song feels like you're flying on clouds and dancing on the sun. It's heavenly, and when they go, I feel my body levitating. In My Dreams is a perfect song. It allows Red Velvet to flex their vocals and god-tier harmonies, and the final chorus really elevates the song to 9.5 out of 10 territory. Both Good Bad Ugly and Rainbow Halo are not bad, just not some of my favorite songs. Like when they autoplay I vibe, but I would never play them with my own free will. Overall, for Feel My Rhythm, the songs that are good, but the mid songs kind of drag this mini down to the middle of the Red Velvet mini album ranking in my opinion. On April 6, 2022, Red Velvet released Bloom, their third full album and their first Japanese full album, with their title track Wild Side. From what I can gather, there are two main concepts: the ones in the brown room and the ones on the swings. I like the styling of both these concepts, but the ones on the swings are my personal favorite because I love coquette style and the blue background is more visually appealing to me, a blue lover. Marionette is a unique song that has a creepy doll-like feeling to it. It's very good, 9 out of 10. The only way it could be better is if the different parts of the song flowed better. Wild Side is so amazing. I can't believe they did all of this for a Japanese release and then never touched this style again for a Korean title. Jackpot is a good song and very energetic, 9 out of 10. Snap Snap is Pose's little/older sister. When writing this, I did not look to see when Pose was released, so I'm covering all of my bases. Like, yes, I am that bitch, actually. Color of Love is a very pleasant, relaxing song, 9 out of 10. Overall, Bloom is very good, actually. It reigns as Red Velvet's best Japanese project because all of the songs are actually listenable. The bar was literally in hell. On October 4th, 2022, Seulgi made her solo debut with her first mini album 28 Reasons with the title track of the same name. There are so many different concept photos for this era, so I'll do you a favor and tell you about my top 3 favorites. The first is the outdoor shoot with Seulgi in the big braids that is reminiscent of Joy and Cosmic. I love the atmosphere of these photos. The second is the album cover version with the bright red background. I really enjoy the contrast of the background and Seulgi's super evil villain energy. And the third is the all-white shoot. It's kinda random, but I like it, and the one shot of Seulgi holding the frozen apple sold it for me. I love a good villain song, and 28 Reasons is that song. You're in danger, but it's okay, you're a grown-up is a crazy line. This song is so Sugi, she fits it so well. Dead Man Runnin' is good, but not great. 8 out of 10. Bad Boy Sad Girl would have been better if Bio wasn't on it. Like, I would have loved another Sugi verse, but whatever. I also feel like the bridge could have been better, as it was a bit lackluster in my opinion. 7.5 out of 10. Anywhere But Home is peak, probably the best solo B-side out of all the girls. I'm so serious. It's a perfect song, and I have to give her her 10s. Both Los Angeles and Crown are okay. There really are nothing special and give me nothing to work with. 7 out of 10s all around. Overall, I think 28 Reasons isn't bad, but it's just not amazing for me. I know a big chunk of Revelovs are about to stone me. I'm sorry. Personally, I think Sogi shines more as part of a group or a subunit in a vocal sense. However, she could pull a Kai and get it together. On November 28th, 2022, Red Velvet came back with their 14th mini album, the Revi Festival 2022 Birthday, with the title track Birthday. There are two main concepts for Birthday to fit the photo book versions. The first is the recipe version, which is gritty, messy, dirty house shots with pixel art overlaid on top of the shots. Very bad girl vibe, and I love the teeth photo. Fuck the gossip. It's very weird, which is Red Velvet's whole brand. And the second concept is the Revi version, which is hot girls in pink on top of cars with some cute drawings thrown in. Joy definitely stole the show in these photos for me. She looks so good. I love Birthday so much. Like, she's so silly. Love her. Is Birthday one of Red Velvet's best songs? No, but I still like her a lot. She's very quirky and weird, which is literally Red Velvet's whole brand. Y'all need to lighten up. Bye Bye is a 10 out of 10, no notes, Kenzie chewed, the end. On a Ride is generally good, but it doesn't stand out in any way. Like, it's not goofy enough in my opinion to be a really fun Red track, but it's not Velvet enough to be a good Red Velvet track either. The bridge for Zoom is god tier, but the rest of the song was like a 7 out of 10. Celebrate is generally good, but nothing special. Overall, Birthday is kind of a subpar Red Velvet mini album. Other than Bye Bye, there aren't really any other standout B-sides on this album, which makes it fall to the bottom half of my Red Velvet mini album ranking. A little fun fact for you, Birthday is Red Velvet's best-selling album to date. 2023, the first full album in 7 years era. On November 13th, 2023, Red Velvet released Chill Kill, their 4th full album overall and their 3rd Korean full album, with the title track of the same name. Rest in peace, whack! If you don't know, this album was originally named What a Chill Kill for about 3 days before it was renamed to Chill Kill. There are two main concepts, the Elements version and the Sisters version. In the Elements version, there are baddies in the woods with weapons. Irene has a spear, Solgi has a bow, Wendy has a shield, Joy has a gun, and Yuri has a sword, and nice dresses. In the much better and iconic Sisters version, it's stylized more traditional Korean-like from the knowledge of someone who is not Korean. With modern elements, the girls are all in black and white, and there are lots of flowers and tigers, and these are the concept photos, like Solgi with the dragon fruit, iconic. I love Chill Kill. It instills a sense of nostalgia in me, like Don't Think About Tomorrow hits for me every time, and every time I start listening to the bridge, I start levitating in my bed a little bit. Knock Knock is very solid, 9 out of 10. Underwater is the hit of the century, the hit of the millennium. This is grown woman music. If only SM promoted this, it could have been a smash hit. Will I Ever See You Again is a song for real yearners. I love every moment of it, 10 out of 10. The verses on Nightmare are actually super solid, however the chorus is where they start to lose me a little bit, but it's still an 8 out of 10. Iced Coffee is just good, nothing else to say really. That lady from YouTube Shorts can make good music. One Kiss is Red Velvet's mandatory baddie song that appears on every album post-Queendom, and I'm busting a move. The Revel Up community hates on Bulldozer too much, like, is she amazing? No, but she is cute and fun. Wings is cute! I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's inoffensive. I like Scenery, she's very calming and down to earth. Overall, Chill Kill is Red Velvet's best album in terms of consistency. Like, the worst song on this album is just mid instead of being actually bad. It still ranks last on the Red Velvet album ranking though. In first place, we have Dum Dum. In second place, we have Perfect Velvet. And in third place, we have Chill Kill. 2024, the anniversary era. On March 12, 2024, Wendy came back with Wish You Hell, her second mini-album, with the title track of the same name. There are three main concepts. The first is a Bella in the Bulldog style concept, which is basically just a high school football girly. The styling for this concept is so good and the blue is so pretty. Second, we have Wendy in her butch era. She's wearing a shirt and a tie with pants. I don't know, it's pretty boring. The third concept, we have kinda sorta girlfriend shots. She's at home in a purple dress with some flowers littered about. I like concepts 1 and 3 because the styling is great, but the photos feel a bit empty in my opinion. They're lacking something. Wish You Hell was cute, but I'm a like water truther, so while I felt it was nice to see Wendy doing something other than ballads, I don't think she topped Like Water with Wish You Hell. His Car Isn't Yours surprisingly has very good lyricism for an English song. I was genuinely impressed, and the song itself was pretty good, 9.5 out of 10. The rest of the B-sides on this album, Best Ever, Better Judgment, Queen of the Party, Vermilion, are so mid. Like, they aren't good, but they aren't bad either. The most Nothing Burger tracks I've ever seen from a member of Red Velvet. Overall, most of the album felt like Taylor Swift rejects, which is crazy because Wendy can actually sing. Pretty mid, 7 out of 10. On June 24, 2024, Red Velvet released Cosmic, their 15th mini-album, with the title track of the same name. The concept photos SM posted for Cosmic on socials had AI backgrounds, and unfortunately these photos are in the physical copy of the album, which is such a shame. There are two main concepts for Cosmic. The hotel version, which has two main settings, one otherworldly outside setting, and the inside the hotel version. In both versions, the girls are wearing these cute sailor outfits with the white feather eyelash. And the midnight version, which also has two main settings, one where they are literally just in a white room with lights, and another where they are in a white room with flowers. In both, the girls are wearing beautiful gowns, gorgeous gowns. To be honest, it feels like SM didn't want to increase the budget, but the face cards are carrying. My personal favorite version of this album is the Cosme version, of which I own my two biases, Joy and Yeri, which are like mini plushes of the characters on the cover of the album. Cosmic is probably top 3 Red Velvet titles to date. It's so dreamy and makes me feel things in my chest. The chorus is one of the most beautiful things ever, and the last minute of the song actually levitates me. I'm a Sunflower hater. I really don't like it, unfortunately. The chorus is grating to me. The rest of the song is passable, but I repeat, the chorus makes me want to die. I am in fact not feeling so funny. Last Drop is when I realized this album was serious. The part where they start doing spoken word to you genuinely gives me chills, and the way that leads into the final chorus is so... Love Arcade is silly, goofy, and so much fun. It's one of my most streamed tracks off this album behind Last Drop and Cosmic. Bubble was actually my claim track before the album came out, and I'm proud of my choice. It's pretty good. Not my favorite, but it's enjoyable. Night Drive is so peaceful and is extremely excellent. Red Velvet's vocals are on full display in this track, and they sound heavenly. This is the reason that I ulted them in the first place. Remember how I said I actually don't like fan songs? Unfortunately, Sweet Dreams falls into that category. It's not bad, but it's so mediocre, and I won't be listening to it very often, or maybe ever, after I finish this video. Overall, Cosmic, the mini-album, was super good actually. In my opinion, it's up there in the Red Velvet mini-album ranking. Potentially top 5. A little fun fact, Cosmic was Red Velvet's first album to debut on the Billboard 200 at 145, even though the physical albums went on sale in the US a month after the digital album came out, and a lot of people were trying to clock my girls, but let's see your faves do that. On November 26, 2024, Irene made her solo debut with the mini-album Like a Flower with the title track of the same name. There are a lot of different concepts for Like a Flower, like a lot. If I were to hypothesize why this is, I think the concept photos are meant to show as many sides of Irene as possible. Nevertheless, I will still name my top 3 concepts from this album. The first is the cover art concept. Any water shoot is going to be a 10 out of 10 from me. The second is the concept with the pink wig. Some of the photos convey a real feeling of humanity, and there's a candidness to them that is not found in the other concepts. The last concept I really like is the one with the butterflies, like, just look at it. I like a Flower, it's magical and dreamy. People who are saying it's the best solo are silly though, because Like a Flower plays it really safe. My rating of the solos goes first, Like Water, second, 28 Reasons, third, Hello, fourth, Like a Flower, fifth, Wish You Hell. Summer Rain is boring. I don't know how to explain it, but Summer Rain has such a K-pop B-side sound. Something in Calling Me Back is mismatched for sure, because the lyrics don't have the punch they should, and the instrumental is so distracting. I should love this song, and I don't know why I don't. I do like Strawberry Silhouette more than the other B-sides because it commits to the airy/dreamy feeling that Irene was going for, but it still isn't amazing. Start Line is very predictable. It's not bad, just mid, and doesn't do anything to maintain my interest. Winter Wish is pleasant and simple. There's not too much to say on this one. The chorus is super catchy. The rapping is a bit of a choice, but overall, I enjoy it. I Feel Pretty is nice, but there's not much more to say about it than that. Overall, I was a bit disappointed with Irene's solo debut. I think this album struggles with maintaining that light and dreamy sonic concept without sounding boring. Sometimes it works, like on Strawberry Silhouette, but generally I think this album needs more time to bake in the oven. Before I finish this video, I wanted to provide my favorite songs from each album in case you, who have so graciously watched all of this video, want to get into Red Velvet but don't know where to start. I currently have Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music playlists linked in the description for anyone who wants them, and I say currently because if they get taken down, I will not be re-uploading them. And that concludes my video. I really enjoyed making this video, and it really solidified to me that Red Velvet really does have the best discography in K-pop. I'm not saying that Red Velvet's discography has no flops, it's just that their peaks are higher than most groups' entire careers in my opinion. I guess if I was to conclude, I would say thank you all so much for watching me talk about how much I love Red Velvet for an undisclosed amount of time. If you've made it this far, you truly are a Revelove. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!